stand by for action.
Thanks for joining me. My name is Dave Milner. I am the Unpleasant Blind Guy, and I want to welcome you to part one of this episode of the Unpleasant Blind Guy on EDL Radio. Now remember, if you want to contact me with comments, questions, show suggestions, Awesome American suggestions, I'm available at UBG Contact on Twitter, or I can also be found as Dave Milner or Agador, that's Aggedor, on Mublet, the Tea Party Community, Spreely, Minds, MeWe, or Gab. Now let's begin.
Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few. I hope, indeed I pray, that we shall not be found unworthy of our victory if after toil and tribulation it is granted to us. For the rest, we have to gain the victory. That is our task. Let us therefore brace ourselves to our duty, and so bear ourselves that if the British Empire and its commonwealths last for 1,000 years, men will still say, this was their finest hour.
We shall not fail or falter. We shall not weaken or tire. Neither the sudden shock of battle nor the long-drawn trials of vigilance and exertion will wear us down. Give us the tools, and we will finish the job.
We shall go on to the end. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender.
You have tried to change my country. You've tried to change my life. No one ever asked me if I thought that this was right. It's time for us to tell you that we will go through hell to defend our country and to help the EDL. I'm proud to be an Englishman and I'm going to be free. I won't forget the men who died to get that right to me, and we will stand up against you and defend England every day. There's no doubt we love this land. We'll save England and the UK. You have lied to all the people and tried to take away their rights, but we won't let you sell this land, not without a fight. It's time for us to tell you that you can go to hell. It's time for us to stand and fight and join the EDL. I'm proud to be an Englishman and I'm going to be free. I won't forget the men who died to give that right to me, and we will stand up against you and defend England every day. There's no doubt we love this land. We'll save England and the UK. I'm proud to be an Englishman and I'm going to be free. I won't forget the men who died to give that right to me, and we will stand up against you and defend England every day. There's no doubt we love this land. Come save
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the English Defence League radio show, broadcasting live on blogtalkradio.com. The English Defence League radio show, the truth and the voice of the EDL. I say tonight, the show is titled English Defence League radio show, The Piranha Effect. And I say welcome to the English Defence League radio show with your host, Jeff. Robin Hood Mitchell. And my wingman for this evening is Dave Stingray Milner. Tonight we will be discussing a planet-wide feeding frenzy, Brexit bending, power mad, corrupt politicians in the UK, vote hoarding migrant appeasers in France, deranged legacy media fanatics in the United States, and the death cult of Islam, so insane with their demonic ideology that they've even turned it against George Soros in Pakistan. There's blood in the water, ladies and gentlemen, and it's full-on mania. The truth will out, though, and we'll tell it. No surrender ever. All that is necessary for evil to prevail is that good men do nothing. And that was by the late, great Edmund Burke. Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. And that was by the late, great President John F. Kennedy. And without further ado, let me bring on to the show this evening Stingray himself, Mr. Dave Milner. Good evening, Dave. How are you, sir? Oh, good afternoon.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you, Jeff. Good afternoon to everybody in the States. Now that we have our clocks all synced up, hello to everyone around the world and, of course, off Earth. Man, we have got a lot of stuff, Jeff, and listeners, a lot of stuff to cover. Just the nuttiness of the left, everything from political correctness gone mad to betraying people that voted for them, to them going against each other, the Islamists versus George Soros. We've got so much to do, man, so much to do. But we're going to start out with an audio that I got via Mary Brockman, who is a great friend of the Unpleasant Blind Guy show. And this is one that she shared with us, all right, from a guy whose name is David Harris Jr., all right. Now, this fella did an audio on the 28th, and it has to do with all this Baghdadi stuff, all the nuttiness, the insanity of the fake stream media surrounding the killing of the terrorist leader Baghdadi. All right, and Jeff, if you're ready, I'll go ahead and play this one, guys. It's going to be about 7 minutes and 15 seconds long. You're going to want to hear this, and for everybody in the UK, guys, trust me, we've got stuff for you too, and you're going to want to stay tuned for it as well. Jeff, you ready, brother?
Yeah, go for it, Dave.
All right, guys, you're listening to the English Defence League radio show. Here you go.
With the amazing news that we continue to hear from what this president is doing, it never ceases to amaze me exactly how low the left will go to try to downplay or to try to paint a different picture in the minds of their viewers. They are manipulating people, Americans, into trying to think of anything other than the good that was done over this last weekend, just a couple days ago. It's been an absolute historic and beautiful day for the world when a leader, a terrorist that chopped heads off, that did raping, pillaging, that sent kids and took girls. If you saw my interview with Sean Foyt, he was friends with. He got to hug some of the family members, some of the parents that lost their kids to this man, to that vile, despicable human being. And he also got to hug some of the kids that had lost their parents, had to watch them get beheaded And are you kidding me? Some of the headlines, it's been the Washington Post, Bloomberg have put out absolutely despicable headlines that should make every single American question why and who are you choosing for your news. That's one of the reasons why I'm here. I try to bring it to you real and as raw as I can on social media. It's about as raw as I get anyway. I've got some videos. I've got some news. I'm bringing you the truth, folks. I'm bringing you the stuff that mainstream media does not want you to hear. But I'm going to start off with this. And I've got my mic on. I hope it works. This right here just has to be one of the most beautiful ways to talk about the fact that we took out a terrorist, the world's number one enemy. It's got to be one of the best ways. You've probably already seen it, but let's enjoy this clip right here together.
Last night, the United States brought the world's number one terrorist leader to justice. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
Yes.
He was the founder and leader of ISIS, the most ruthless and violent terror organization anywhere in the world.
Oh, thank you,
The
Jesus.
United States has been searching for Baghdadi for many years.
Yes, we have.
Capturing or killing Baghdadi has been the top national security priority of my administration.
Thank you, Mr.
U.S. Special Operations Forces executed a dangerous and daring nighttime raid in northwestern Syria and accomplished their mission in grand style.
Grand style.
The U.S. personnel were incredible. I got to watch much of it. No personnel were lost in the operation, while a large number of Baghdadi's fighters and companions were killed with him. He died after running into a dead-end tunnel, whimpering and crying and screaming all the way.
Is that just not more to love about how this president puts it? Whimpering and screaming and crying all the way, folks. It doesn't get much realer than that. I'm so thankful we're not throwing this Baghdadi guy a big old bashing funeral like Obama did, taking his body out of the ocean, making a big spectacle of the whole thing. This person is not to be celebrated. His life is not to be celebrated in any stretch of the imagination. In what stretch of the imagination should this person be anything other than let the people know how he died? Like a coward. Because, yeah, the president is right. There's a lot of people that believe these individuals, these terrorists, are something to be followed. I think it will change the minds of some of those young people if they realized just how truly pathetic these individuals really are, especially when they're facing their final hours and minutes and seconds. So not only is that an amazing day and an amazing thing for the world to enjoy, but folks, can you believe that the mainstream media is already trying to twist the narrative? They're trying to shape the way their viewers see the entire scenario. I've got clips here from Al Sharpton to let's go to Al Sharpton and this race baiting traitor. It's absolutely despicable.
But now, with the fog of war dissipating, a few questions arise. Why did the president provide such an amount of details about the operation? What role did Russia play in the operation? Why did Trump not inform Democratic leaders in Congress? Why did he take a lot of credit to himself, specifically alluding to the idea that Baghdad's death was bigger than the death of Osama bin Laden? Remember, Trump at the time accused President Obama of taking too much credit for Obama's capture and death. And last but not least, will this success have any impact on the impeachment investigation? In minutes, we'll answer.
What kind of dirty, stinking, negative, sideways, twisted questions are those? They're already trying to paint this as, now the president is colluding with Russia to take out a terrorist. But no, wait. He's still colluding. That's what they want the American people to hear. All they want you to hear and focus on, not that a world threat has been eliminated from walking this earth. Oh, no. It's how come he didn't tell the Democrats? Well, maybe it's because these stinking Democrats keep on leaking everything like a Sith. They don't know how to keep a secret, and Lord knows, I heard that Susan Rice actually even pointed out the question. She said, why wasn't Obama notified about this? Are you kidding me? Folks, we had Baghdadi before he went and built and created ISIS. Obama's the one that let him out. Susan Rice was at the head of that. You think we're going to go tell somebody that's buddy-buddy with the Muslim Brotherhood, Mr. Obama himself, that we're about to kill somebody that's a very high-value target that he probably would appreciate giving a warning to? If America's not waking up and smelling the stench that's coming off of the mainstream media and every puppet like that right there, Al Sharpton, every single puppet that's trying to twist this narrative into something other than a huge win for the world is disgraceful, and Americans need to wake up and understand what's really taking place. And it doesn't stop there, folks.
And that's it, guys. Welcome back to the English Fencing Radio Show with your host, Jeff Spider Mitchell. And David Harris Jr., by the way, has a YouTube page that I recommend you subscribe to because he's got really great style. Jeff, your take, brother.
Well, something that we see with your president, Dave, was that he told it the way it was. That dirty, low-down scumbag who has had the death of literally thousands of people, beheading women, children, etc., especially that American lady, Dave, who he killed as well. Let's not forget how evil this person was, evil personified, and he died, as your president said, like a dog. Well, you can't even call him like a dog. He was screaming, he was sobbing, and do you know what? Your president tells it how he was. He was chased down to his death, and he blew himself up. He took his children with him. He blew himself up. He was screaming and crying to the bitter end. But there you go. What do we expect from the coward of like this horrible person who did the most despicable things, or had despicable things done, beheading? Think of how many Americans have been beheaded, how many British have been beheaded, how many different people from different nations have been beheaded, by the hands of this person. Al-Baghdadi, whatever you want to call him, the sand pirate himself, is no more. The fish, I feel sorry for the fish. The fish will probably feed on him. I hope they don't end up dying and polluting the ocean, Dave. But your president told it right. And look at Al Sharpton. What response do you expect from someone like him? My goodness me. And you hear people like Al Sharpton who absolutely detest Mr. Trump, your president. But what do we expect of you always get the negative narrative from the mainstream fake news as what we always get because your president done it. And what's really pissed them all off, Dave, is because he didn't tell the Democrats. So the Democrats are all, shifty shift, couldn't spill the news what was going on. That's why they're so down about it and trying to spin their own narratives. Well, ladies and gentlemen, everybody knows what I call them the Democrats, because that's what they are. I mean, what is this Warren, whatever name, $52 trillion for health care, Dave, that she wants the country to cough up. That's how she wants to get health care through, by spending $52 trillion. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. If she wants to be your next president, wow. Dave, I'm sorry, but I had to talk about Warren because I scratched my head. I thought, she really believes that she could do that and people just go along with it. She's wrong. She'll never be a president, will she, Dave? Never.
They're insane, Jeff. They're insane. Yeah. Well, thank you, man. They're insane, man. They're completely insane. And by the way, just to clarify, Jeff's the host of the show. I'm just the wingman. But I want to say this, okay? Al Baghdadi is now Al Baghdadi, okay? And that's a good thing. All right?
Nice.
And,
well done.
and to give him the name that Lonnie Poindexter of Lion Chasers Radio, that's on AFR. By the way, guys, you should check that out. I believe it's on Saturday nights right now. Check it out. Find out that showtime. He's worth a listen. As he has named him, Al Charlatan is exactly that. Okay, the guy gets paid to be a race baiter, and again, twisted this news, this good news, and trying to turn it into bad news. And I mean, David Harris Jr. laid it all out. Who wants to let the Democrats know anything because they are a security risk? And they've been that way, by the way, guys, ever since the Vietnam era, okay, when there was going to be a rescue mission to get some of our prisoners out of a prison camp in Vietnam, that got leaked to the newspapers, stopped the operation right there. They weren't able to do that. And those guys went through months and years of hell because of it. Because the lefties can't stand for anything good to happen. All right? They have to serve themselves, and their crazy, nutty ideology is completely insane. And now, Jeff, let's shift to the UK, brother, because there's something going on here with political correctness, okay? I found this out of Breitbart, guys. By the by, the headline on this one, okay, if you want to go look for it, they will let you know about this in the recording I'm going to play. All right, but if you appreciate the culture and history of the United Kingdom, I think you guys are going to appreciate this story. Not appreciate what was done, but you'll see what I mean. Jeff, are you ready to hear this, man?
Yes, please, Dave.
All right. Here we go. You guys are listening to the English Defense League radio show, and this comes from Breitbart.
UK, historic Little White Town changes signs after racism complaints. By Jack Montgomery on November 2, 2019. The historic Little White Town of Bideford in Devon, southwest England, is to change its signs over fears the town council could be classed as a racist white supremacist, sick. Bideford was dubbed the Little White Town by the Victorian author Charles Kingsley in the historical novel Westward Ho, more than 160 years ago, in reference to the many white buildings which give the town its character. But town councillor and former town mayor Dermot McGuff complained that the wording Little White Town can be perceived as causing a racist slur and not politically correct and should be rectified immediately. At a council meeting, he put forward a motion that following a number of complaints from parishioners, I propose that the words Little White Town are removed from all signs within the town and at the town entrances. If this wording is not removed, the town council could be classed as a racist white supremacist, sick, McGuff warned colleagues, according to a local report by Devon Live. A survey on this supposedly contentious issue found that 69% of Bideford residents were in favor of leaving the town's sobriquet unchanged, compared to just 31% who thought it should change. So naturally, councillors voted in favor of changing it. The town council did offer a sop of sorts to traditionalists like Councillor Doug Bushby, who said the proposal was political correctness gone mad, by not dropping Bideford's identity as a Little White Town entirely. Instead, they decided that signs will now bear the rather clumsier moniker Charles Kingsley's Little White Town, 1855, to add context. It has not been reported how much money will be squandered on the changes, but critics have questioned where the current mania for politically correct revisionism will end. Town councillor Peter Lawrence didn't want to cause any offense, but I did wonder where this might lead, asking if Biddeford black paint should be renamed Biddeford Slightly Dark. Recounted Peter Christie, another town councilor, in a local newspaper column. Biddeford black is a unique earth pigment mined in the area. McGuff's efforts to alter Biddeford's identity showcase the determination of social justice-minded politicians to have their way on such issues. A previous attempt by town councilors to scrap the Little White Town name in 2008 had failed in the face of local protests. Follow Jack Montgomery on Twitter, @JackMontgomery. Follow Breitbart London on Facebook, Breitbart London.
And that is it for this time. Next time, Part 2. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for listening, and may your God go with you. Goodbye.
The Unpleasant Blind Guy is copyright 2019. Anno Domini. Now for Dave's Canes. Extras that help you navigate the new media world.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, this is Michael Wright.
And I'm Shannon Wright.
Join us for The Right Way with Shannon and Mike, Monday through Thursday from 7 to 9 a.m. right here on SHR Media.
Why are they joining us?
For fun things like sports, politics.
Oh, maybe some news and entertainment?
And all kinds of other things.
Money and recipes and events, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so join us Monday through Thursday, 7 to 9 a.m. here on shrmedia.com.
From a public locker inside a dilapidated Long Island rail station comes a show designed to piss off liberals using truth, facts, and ridicule. The Lid Radio Show, featuring the conservative voice from the People's Republic of New York, the Lid himself, Jeff Dunitz. Tune in every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific on the SHR Media Network. Go to shrmedia.com. At Lid Radio, we fight for the truth, justice, and a good kosher T-bone. If you don't listen, Hillary Clinton might sneak into your bedroom in her housecoat late at night and blame you for her election loss. It's the Lid Radio Show with Jeff Dunitz.
It's your business diva here, Melanie Collette. I am inviting you to a front row seat as I discuss some of the most intriguing details of wealth and finance with today's movers and shakers in the world of business. Listen in and discover financial truths on a global, domestic, and household scale. Uncover topics that will impact your wallet today and in the future. Money Talk with Melanie airs Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. East, 2 p.m. West, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Talk Radio. You can't afford to miss it.
The new show on the SHR Media Network, Sackheads Against Tyranny. On shrmedia.com. Go there quick like a bunny, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific every Wednesday. Live and direct on the SHR Media Network. shrmedia.com. Be there.
Broadcasting behind enemy lines in occupied California, a mere 2 miles from the state capital, the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon Radio Show can be heard every Tuesday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Pacific and 11 p.m. Eastern, only on the SHR Media Network. Go to shrmedia.com to listen. You can also watch on the SHR Media Facebook page and the SHR Media YouTube channel. No goldfish were abused in the making of this ad.
Hey girls, Carry Girl Gear is here. More and more women every day are concealed carrying, participating in competitive shooting, and getting firearms training. It's not a boys club anymore, and we don't have to shop in their stores anymore either. Finally, a cool and unique clothing line just for women. dope tees and hats for the patriotic concealed carry and 2A girl. So what are you waiting for? Go check out carrygirlgear.com today.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.